Hey, you there. Thank you for watching and welcome to Forged Alliance Forever. Today I have an 8v8, so 16 players on the map Pyramid. Let's go ahead and slow down the game just a little bit so we can have enough time to introduce our players. Again, this is Pyramid, so we're going to have a lot of action around this, again, the Pyramid in the middle of the map. Lots of mass for our players can scoop up. Again, about I'd say 15, maybe close to 20k mass in the middle, and again some civilian structures in the north and west and southeast corner. Let's go ahead and introduce our players, starting in the northeast corner of the map, the rear guard air slot for team 1. We have I Am Watermelon 13 going first land as a Seraphim in the color teal. South of him we have Maverick going first land as a UEF in lime green. They're off yellow. They haven't decided what color to call that yet. Next to them we have Jim Bob 11582 going first land as a Seraphim in purple. Following him we have Noob Dragoon going first land as a Seraphim in red. South of him we have Obli going first land as a Seraphim in orange. We have Striker here, UEF already making his way to the front in gray, and he went first land. The 7th player on team 1 we have the Depression going first land as an Aeon in rust. At least, you know, the orange rust color. And last but not least, for team 1, we have the Cybran Com of Wentkeys. Again, apologies if I do say your name wrong, or if I do say their name wrong. Going first land again as a Cybran in the tan color. That is the 8 players on team 1. Let's introduce the players down here in the southern portion of the map, starting with the rear guard air slot in white. We have the Nth Grand going first land, most likely, second air. Again, he is in white and he is the Cybran player. To his east in navy blue, he's already on the move. We have Corbim as a Seraphim going first land and most likely second land at some point. Moving to the middle of the map, east of him we have Vodka Red Bull going first air in this southeast slot for this lane. Again, he is in yellow and he is going UEF. North of that position, the comms already on the move. See, action already underway. We have Geneva Convention going first land in crimson. Again, he is Cybran, and next to him, since they're right next to each other, we have Legridamain going first land. Yep, first land in dark gray as a UEF. And next to them, we have Hayden and then going first land in light blue or sky blue. I think we'll say light blue or sky blue. Again, he is a Seraphim going first land as sky blue. And last but not least, for team 1, besides the middle eco player, I sometimes I forget there's so many players. We have Wasp 2020 in pink going first land as a Cybran. And last but not least, for the whole game, for team 2, we have Poseidon _ going first land in lime green. Again, he is getting UEF and first land. That is all 16 players. Hopefully I didn't miss any. I almost did there. Again, this is adaptive pyramid, so this is a 10 by 10 map, so you know, a fourth the size of a 20 by 20. Lots of players, lots of deaths on the cards. Let's go ahead and pick this back up to neutral speed. Let's go ahead and see this early action. We have some juicy reclaim. Oh, sorry about that. We have some juicy reclaim on the cards. Looks like they've renamed their comms. Both the comms of Geneva Convention and Comrade Striker are talking to each other via renaming their comms. Very, very interesting conversation those two are having. We have Fire-based production being sprung up here. Mix of Aeon and Cybern tech. Good to see the space socialists and the UEF fascists are trying to coexist against their enemies here. Maverick joining the fight. Lots of comm action. Some Snoops as well as some Lobos are starting to lob that ordnance against their opponents. On the opposite side, we have 3 comms out from Team 1 with an early T1 PD to help stave off some early aggression. And they are mounting a somewhat of a charge. They're kind of staying back, being a little conservative, going for that mass replaying, denying it for their opponents. Units starting to stream into the middle around this pyramid. We have a gun range and damage going on the cards for Striker. Looks like he renamed his comm. Geneva Convention still holding strong in the southeastern section, dropping Maverick into the yellow. He, unfortunately, has not renamed his comm. It's hard to keep track of everybody when you rename their comms. I have to go back to this list and figure out who you are. Again, this is a custom match indicated by the rounded off numbers. We have everywhere from an 800 all the way up to a 2100. So we have, I'd say highest and almost lowest versus kind of an average, with the game being balanced at 90%. That's very good considering the wide range of rankings. We have Maverick dropping down into the red, and he's going to get walked down and killed. The first death on the cards. Again, 16 comms, now down to 15. There's going to be a lot of death this game. A lot of comms getting that secondary damage from that explosion out from Team 1's player, Maverick. He was a 1200, so not a huge loss in terms of their highest rated player, which is what 2 players, Hayden and Leggard Main, are trying to get. If they get that, that's a very good bag for them, taking out the highest rated player. Leggard moving in, trying to continue pushing the comm of Oblique down. New Dragoon moving in to help support. Again, a lot of fire going down, as well as some T1 units out to help stave off enemy reinforcements. We have the comm of Jim Bob moving around to flank, cut off the retreat of both of these comms. Team 1 needs a win in the middle after their loss. Again, being 1 player down in the beginning isn't the end of the world, but it doesn't take a whole lot to get a huge advantage in this game. A lot of comms in the yellow, some comms in the green, of course, but a lot of comms in the yellow. Everyone's got to be careful. Primary explosions from the comm. Blown up one, might do enough damage to kill another one, might do enough, just chain reaction, just like the ACUs when they stand too close to one another. But again, action starting to fizzle out here on this northwestern section of this pyramid. We have the comm of, haven't been want keys. I think it's want keys. Starting to pressure this top lane here. Again, the comm of Wasp also here in defense. Not a whole lot of action, diverting his forces to help assist in the middle. We have the comm of Jim Bob going for an upgrade, being assisted by his compatriot, the Watermelon. The air player pushing all the way forward with his comm. It's very interesting to see that. You don't see that a whole lot, but again, this is an 8v8. It is all land, no boats this time. I've been casting a lot of boat maps. There'll be no navy this game, just air and land. Looks like Leggard Main saying, hey, you need to assist. And the comm of Hayden does go down to the second number of the name. He might have controlled K to get a kill on New Dragoon. He did drop to 2500. And both these comms in the yellow. Maverick pointing out to his compatriots of killing Poseidon. He is kind of all by his lonesome, but Corbin is nearby. The comm of Vodka getting an upgrade, almost 80% of the way down. That's going to finish, and going to be a nice boost to hit points for him. Striker moving forward, having that same conversation with Geneva Convention, just trading blows back and lashing insults at one another. Can't do English today, unfortunately. I did get an arm for my mic, so it's not sitting on my desk, which is very nice. Don't have to worry about accidentally hitting it when I move my arm. I just have to be careful when I move it up. Anyway, back to the action. T2 units have now appeared some hoplites. These rocket bots do lots of damage. Again, you can see does some AoE explosions as well. We have a small contingent, a small army for both teams, but it's only T1. I think these are only T1, unfortunately, for Team 2. The rocket bots are a little weaker than tanks, but they have that benefit of some nice AoE damage on their missiles. I guess rockets, depending on how you classify missiles and rockets. Gun damage and range going down for Poseidon, making sure they secure this possible run-by slot or lane. There's like multiple different avenues of attack. Both of the civilian structures are not touched as of yet. There are 2 T2 point defenses with a PGen. That'd be a very good bag for someone to get, and a radar installation. So a good group of structures to grab, especially early in the game if you can get it. The forward production yards of Team 2 being hemorrhaged, just constantly assaulted. Leggard on an upgrade that is going to finish. He's going to get some hit points back, most likely jump back into the green. Stryker and Geneva Convention still trading blows. Geneva Convention finally bitten the bullet there. Doesn't take out Comrade Stryker, and it goes from a tied game to a 7v6 in favor of Team 1. Like I said, lots of death this game, so I may miss one, and I've kind of already missed one, so I apologize ahead of time. But 16 players is very hard to keep track of, especially early in the game. I'm Watermelon on a nano upgrade, getting that hit point a second rep back up. Again, that nano upgrade is going to increase regen capabilities. So good, he's going to get that and get back into the green quicker. Maybe use his comm more aggressively or just return it. And we'll have to see to check out what's going on with him. We have a couple of these full-through gunships, T2, using to help kind of whittle away against some outlier forces from Team 2. We have a T2 PD online. I'd be interested to see if it doesn't target Stryker, who is the weaker of the two. Oh no, in terms of hit points, Genbob's actually weaker. Stryker has 3 vet. Poseidon being flanked a little bit by the units from Genbob. However, we do have another T2 PD, another Triad online. Both of these are going to fire into the comms of Team 1. Force them back. Stryker using his comm as a meat shield to help Genbob. As you can see, they're going to move around this pyramid. There is a mongoose chasing them, and it gets promptly shut down. Those mongoose are mongooses, whatever the plural for mongoose is. They are very weak in terms of hit points, so you got to keep them further back in your lines of attack. We have these triads taking out these Cerberus. Some engineers on that attempt. They're not going to get that next one online, and that Cerberus is going to go down. It might bag this triad, and then Poseidon stands in it just for a brief second and saves it, and is going to wrap up its hit points from Leggard. Nano upgrade as well going down for Poseidon. Again, nano upgrade, very effective. Getting your hit points up quicker. It increases the regen speed, the hit points per second. Don't forget what it goes to or from. It also depends on how many vet you have. I am Watermelon also getting a gun splash upgrade for his comm to AoE damage on his main shots. We have a potential not really run by now on the cards for Team 1. Team 2 moved in some units to prevent. We did get a couple Team 1 units back. We have a Rhino in tow, going to deal with the rest of those forces. It's a good attempt, but the units were outflanked, so nothing you can really do about it. That Triad is just not having a good day today. Constantly being assaulted by these Cerberus up here to the north. Let's take a look at ecos very quickly. Action's kind of slowed down a little bit. Generated eco, we have Team 1 leading by about 40, 30 mass, with the total mass collected being at about 20k. Not a huge deficit, especially spread between, I guess now 6, 7 players. It's not the end of the world for Team 2, but they just gotta, Team 2's gotta keep a lookout on their eco, or this might turn pretty ugly. We have a Flapjack, very good positioning. He can fire those missiles above the hill. He cannot be targeted by T2 PD, or else he actually, I think, would be in range. Oh, that's the wrong grape.
Commander under attack.
Almost in range, so you could see the range of that PD. If that Flapjack did not have that hill, it would not be looking good. Striker moving forward, trying to get some damage down on these full load manufacturing sectors. Thinks, I'm going to dodge some shots. Gets a, Team 2 gets a shield online. Does do some AoE penetration damage with that overcharge. These Mongees fire lots of shots very quickly. Again, dealing lots of damage to the comm of Striker. Striker trying to dance, trying to make sure he doesn't get hit. Again, just trying to do as much damage as he can, offer a distraction for those servers in the north. And does go down from a T3 Revenant strategic bomber out from the white glare of the nth grade. That's a very good hit. You know, decently high rate. I think it's their second highest rated player for Team 1. Very good bag. That Geneva Convention must be feeling pretty good about that. His teammates ended up getting the kill. But it just goes to show you, I mean, you can do some risky plays, but having that much health left, you just got to be aware of what your opponent's doing, which also means Team 2 has T3 air, which I would assume Team 1 does. Yep, they have an air factory already constructed and producing ASFs. This position constantly being assaulted by these long-range Cerberus turrets. They don't do a lot of damage per shot, but they do constantly fire like this. It is very frustrating. Again, they don't do a whole lot of damage, and it's very easy to rep up the shield hit points on those shield generators. Poseidon trying to get some early kills on these invading units. Besides, that PD's a little too strong. Besides, that's probably not a good idea. We have some loyalists and assault bots out to kind of guard this southern approach. Very good move. Outflanking and out positioning those T2 units and making sure nothing gets walked by his team's defenses. We have another strat bomber out from the likes of the nth grade, going after, what's he going after? Is he going straight for the air player? Those ASFs are in position. Doesn't get the bomb up. Would have been a very good bag to get a couple of these P-gens, but doesn't make it far enough. ARAS on the way for Obli, getting that advanced resourcing option available to him. The Depression moving back from his front line, pushed all the way on the southern side, pretty much all the way to the main base of Vodka. Vodka is the lowest ranked player in the game at 800. Holding off his enemy here in the north. I guess not north. I guess he is in the northeast, but on this south-ish side. We also have the comm of Wantkeys on this northwestern side, pretty much pushed back the comm of Wasp all the way back to his main base. So Team 1 definitely has more of the map control, looking at about 60%, close to 75, but I'd say about 60. And again, it's 16 minutes in the video. If you've been liking the cast so far, please like and comment down below. If you see anything I can improve on or work on, sound, video, anything and everything, feel free to comment down below. Again, thank you so much to everyone helping me to achieve the 100 sub mark. I greatly appreciate it, and I look forward to casting more and more of these games, and I just appreciate all of the support I'm getting from everyone, so thank you. We have the comm of I Am Watermelon leading the charge against the forces of Team 2 with all of these. They're spiders, but they're like four-legged spiders. This Mantis leading the charge. Trying to get a nice cinematic look at this. Taking shot after shot after shot to the face. Trying to dodge as many shots. Overcharging. Gets some engineers that were under shield coverage. My target would be those triads. Another overcharge goes down. Calm out from the Calm of Poseidon, trying to get some damage down on that enemy Calm. One of the shields goes down, the other shield goes down, takes out that factory, takes out the shield generators. The triads are going down, the servers are helping, there's T1PD in the mix. Mongoose and the Calm of the watermelon goes down to a combined defensive line of Team 2. Unfortunately, that was not enough, and the Calm of Jimbob goes into retreat, which I don't blame him there. Ilshi's on this northern side, try to take out the rest of the triads. They probably will get the rest of them, possibly, maybe. The triads do have a decent amount of health, and they do a decent amount of damage as well. They are at the slowest. No, I think the Oblivion turrets are the slowest fine, but they are able to get the rest of those triads. There are a few more back in the shield defenses, but the forward ones are down. We have some T3 mobile artillery shelling this position. The shield will help stave off most of those attacks, but again, it will whittle down that shield slowly but surely. We have an experimental online for Team 2. It is the Monkey Lord, the cheapest of the experimentals. It's big, giant laser, just like the Telemaser, on top, showing proud. Another one of those spider bots. The Cyberns must like their spider legs with their T2 destroyers, those Salem class. And as well, the Mantis kind of look like spiders as well. Very, very spire-oriented, I see, in a lot of the units out of the Cybern. We have some Percivals that can deal massive alpha damage to this Monkey Lord, but it will take out a decent amount of these defenses. Already dropping down to the yellow, taking out the T1PD that was spammed up, taking out the engineers, focusing down the Percivals, taking out literally anything and everything to get its grubby hands on. Would like to see more of an effort for these Percivals. That's where most of the damage is coming from. Gets a Rankin Vet, gets another Rankin Vet actually, and takes out more Percivals. We have that T3 already raining down from the heavens over here to the north, and this firebase is all but destroyed. Percival online again. We have some bouncers in the back for some air support. Percival in the back line gets the laser to the face. More Percivals appear. More and more and more Percivals for this Monkey Lord to kill. That's another rank in vet. That's the third rank in vet. More hit points a second as well in terms of regen. Besides, I've taken out the firebase. Let me deal with that last factory and call it good. This Monkey Lord is actually very cool. It has anti-air capabilities. These little missiles you see. Has the giant face laser and also has secondary guns as well. So very versatile. It is very weak, however. So you got to be very micromanagey with that experimental. No comms have died. A lot of the comms have kind of like settled back into their respective corners of the map. We have some sniper bots here on a sniper mission to take out the main base of Team 2's vodka player, this yellow player. Looks like we have some harbs moving in as well, some flanking maneuvers. Looks like vodka is starting to be surrounded. These harbingers have a shield as well as a decent amount of damage on their chassis. Again, that vodka comm is going down, and that is a kill for Team 1, tying it back up to a 5v5. We went from 8v8 20 minutes ago to in the 5v5. So almost half of the players have been eliminated. That Monkey Lord helping to do some more damage to this southern lane of the map. Sniper bots are able to take out that Monkey Lord, but again, decent amount of defenses on that main line defense for Team 1 are taken out. Gunships on patrol, taking out the rest of those harbs, and bricks are coming online to help perform that oh so famous brick wall. Tactical new upgrade going down for Legrid in the middle. He's going to use this as his probably main tool of destruction. Almost done with it as well. So looking to deal massive amounts of damage to any and everything it can get its hands on. That That T3 already shelling any and all support here on this cliffside, taking out those factories that would otherwise not be really targetable by any other units. We have ASFs fighting down here in the south, and that is pretty much going to be an air win for Team 1. Speaking of which, Obley has built an experimental. It is the chicken bot. It has its little tiny legs and its big fat body with its multifaceted weapons of destruction. T2 on the way for a Jim Bob, getting that hit point back higher up, making sure he has some nice defenses. Not a whole lot else going down. Team 2 has spotted the chicken in chat. It's kind of lulled just for a minute. I'm interested to see how the comm of Legland is going to use that tactical nuke. Again, if you've seen a couple casts ago, the comm of Zeros just annihilated a whole lot of mass. I think it was almost close to 250,000 mass in that one game. If you haven't taken a look at it, go for it. It's a really good match. The thumbnail for it was underwater explosive fireworks, for acronym UEF. That it was very apt. We do have another Monkey Lord now dealing massive damage to this northern section. We have some loyalists as well as those artillery. Hopefully that Monkey Lord does target the artillery. It is very annoying and decently expensive. We're going to have these loyalists just bit the dust one by one by one. All that artillery is taken out. That mainline defense for the northern side for Team 1 is also been eradicated. And it looks like Wasp is on a collision course with the comm of Want Keys, and that is a kill for him as well. We had some gunships out from in grade to in the grade, helping to assist that kill. We have some strap bombers overhead doing massive damage to that Monkey Lord. We have a sniper bot running for its slot, and then it dies. We have some mobile missile launchers in the north just hanging out, kind of on the defensive line. Up there we have the Monkey Lord still in position with bombs dropping. That could have been placed a lot better against this Monkey Lord. It's one brick, not the end of the world. It's also slow. P-Gen's going down, infrastructure going down, servers spammed up here. We'd like to see the P-Gens be primaried as well. These T3 ones, massive volatile explosions. I wouldn't go for the defenses. That Monkey Lord is going to die here. Might as well do as much damage as you can. Taking out mass is also a good option as well, hindering your opponent's ability to produce things at a quick rate. Again, you could go for that P-Gen, that ion reactor, and take out a bunch of infrastructure. But it looks like that Monkey Lord is going to die for all of its efforts to take out the rest of the mass. And it gets shot by that strap bomber and goes down. Massive hives to be spammed up to help soak up all of that juicy mass. Excuse me. That chicken bot is moved to the front line for the southern lane. We have another Monkey Lord on a collision course with that chicken bot. Let's turn off the HUD so you can get a nice cinematic view of that. And you can see those long range guns on that Monkey Lord. Don't do a lot of damage, but if it is chasing something, it is able to take a decent amount of hit points off. Takes out a Percival, so that's not bad. Massive amounts of reclaim on the map. Again, those Monkey Lord up there. 17,000 down there. You got 12,000 over here. You got a lot of mass on the field to come and grab for both players. Infrastructure constantly being built up. Coming back on the HUD. It is now a 4v5. Team 1 having the deficit of players and APM. Missile launchers. Oh, Monkey Lord, excuse me. Team 1 and Team 2 pointing out respective Monkey Lords on the other teams, making their teammates aware that tactical nuke being used en masse for anything and everything you can shoot down. And as you can see, that comm of Legrid Main all the way in the back line, and that yellow line is how far he can shoot that tactical nuke. Very far. It doesn't do a lot of damage because it's not the main nuke or an Ayoma Os or even a nuke from a sub or battleship if you're the Seraphim. A decent amount of damage and a large area of attack. If the column was in the middle, it could probably hit almost the entire map. A very effective tool in the toolbox to have, especially if you are the UEF. Or I don't think you can have access it for the RASCOMs or the SACUs. That'd be kind of OP for the UEF, to be fair, to spam a bunch of those up and launch. We have another experimental built in the main base of Team 1 from Obli. It is staring me in the face. It is the UEF Fat Boy mobile artillery, as well as the factory capabilities. All of those NGs being like, I want to help build, and a OS washer under construction for him as well. Would make sense. He is Seraphim. He is the air player. Going for that is definitely the right move. We have a Monkey Lord moving into the middle. Look at all of these explosions from that tactical nuke. Some of these are from the comms, of course, but the smaller ones are from the tactical nukes. Again, very effective. As you can see, lots and lots of destruction. One side of that pyramid is entirely black. Look at that thing. Just being charred to its core. A megalith is about... Oh, I heard $80 and was like, what? I'm spending $80 for a megalith. I think it's definitely worth more than that. Lots of bouncers, lots of bricks here in the southern lane, as well as escorting this Monkey Lord. So lots of anti-air and anti-personnel capabilities here in the southern side. Not a lot of scouts are going to get by. Looks like usually when a lot of players do this kind of patrolling move with this ASF, usually they're building something or somebody's building something in the back line. Is there anything spicy going down back here? I don't see anything as of yet. T3 already might start to be on players' minds. Maybe nukes. Anything of the sort. Again, as I stated before, I think about the 30-minute mark should be the moment that you start thinking about endgame stuff. Again, another Monkey Lord has been constructed. Just Monkey Lords and chickens being spammed up. I guess we have a Fat Boy and a crab underway. But this Monkey Lord being chased by this... Oh, wait, it's not being chased. Same team. Sorry, same team, guys. Same team. We have one of each. We don't have an Aeon experimental. It would be the Colossus. But we also have a Fat Boy online and shelling the forward operating base of Team 1 in the middle from Noob Dragoon and Jim Bob. Monkey Lord and Chicken here guarding this southern lane. I wouldn't be surprised if Team 2 moves their force up to meet it. They are going to lose the experimental game, but they might have enough bricks to at least take out the chicken, and then hopefully the AoE damage will do a lot of damage to the surrounding units. Maverick letting his teammates know they should go for it. Obli has built that ice washer. Oh no, he hasn't built that. What did he build instead? And he's building experimentals left and right. Where is... Oh, he has another chicken online. Where did it go? I don't see it. That is almost online. I guess he built another one somewhere else. I don't see it. Maybe... Oh, built it over here. Here's a crab. So Obli, the highest rated player on Team 1, building experimental after experimental, littering the field with all of that juicy firepower. Looks like Maverick saying don't spam Monkey Lord, spam Megaliths. Again, they are beefier units. They have a longer range cannon. And they do walk slow, so you gotta watch out for that. Oswasher coming in over top. Looks like it might be used. We'll see. It's kind of just hovering there, just hanging out. It does decide to turn in, and I would use it against that Monkey Lord. But the ASFs from Team 2 come in, and it's going to die. Unfortunately for Team 2's air player, Team 1 is pretty much all but guaranteed to have air control now. And getting in that turn in from behind is just going to take out the rest of those ASFs. Tactical nukes being used to help stave off enemy invasion here in the south. Bricks using shields to help buff off some of the incoming damage. Monkey Lord on Monkey Lord action here in the southern lane. Again, we have another Monkey Lord in the background and a Fat Boy in tow. That Monkey Lord primarying that chicken bot. Lots and lots of damage. There is a Megalith in the back as well. This is all going back and forth for both players here in the southern lane. Getting that long range cannon, outranging that chicken bot, and it is going to go down. That crab is not going to focus that Monkey Lord. That Monkey Lord is going to try to get close. Goes, nah, it's probably not a good idea. And then decides to run. Would have liked to see this Fat Boy a little bit closer to the front engagement to help shell any of these defenses. We have the chicken bot coming in as a flanking maneuver, but we also have an outflanking of the chicken bot from all of these Percivals. Massive alpha damage. You don't want to group them up against this chicken bot though, because it has a slow AoE cannon that fires and it deals massive AoE damage. Monkey Lord coming in, helping to assist that Percival. Percival's helping to assist the kills of the Percival. Kills most of the Percivals, but that chicken does go down, and these Percivals will focus fire on that Monkey Lord. Again, now that Megalith is now in range, lots of firepower going down here in the southern section of the map. Looks like we have that Megalith pushing on the northern side. We'll check out that in a minute. A lot of the action going on. That Monkey Lord gets a ranking vet at a crucial moment, staves off a decent amount of those attacks, but looks like it might just get away. That Megalith was not moving to help take it out before the retreat. That tactical nuke goes in and assassinates that Monkey Lord. That was such a planned launch of that tactical nuke. Another Monkey Lord goes down, almost kills that Fat Boy. We have some bouncers in the mix and Percival's helping to support that Fat Boy, and that Fat Boy will probably go down, and it goes down. All I gotta do is like speak about it for about 2 seconds and it goes down. This Megalith having issues with this cliffside. These Percivals hiding underneath it. Its angle of fire is not able to get a readout on those enemies. I think it's a dead calm. Looks like, well, it is a wreck. I don't know what is that. Answer down in the comments what that wreck is, because it looks like a Rascom. Maybe it's a Rascom. Yeah, maybe it's a Rascom. Kind of what it looks like. It looks like a comm, so it makes me think it's a Rascom. Anyway, all team equals sleep. Making comments about either the enemy team or his team. We have a combined push out from 2 players here in this northern section. We have a Fat Boy leading the charge. Not the best idea, and backing up into this cliffside, also not a good idea. All of these shield generators, these mobile shield generators, helping to shield this Monkey Lord. Fat Boy from all of incoming fire. You can see all those artillery rounds raining from the heavens. All those shields do go down. Percival's out in front to help distract this chicken bot as its big brother, the Fat Boy, moves out. Constantly shelling that chicken. Again, not every shell does a lot of damage, but it is consecutive and it's a lot. But it does take out the Fat Boy. That artillery takes out that Fat Boy, unfortunately, for Team 2. Apparently, Comrade Chicken saying, fun fact, parachutes don't cover the Fat Boy. They cover some of it. Yeah, just not very well. Exactly, not very well. We have T3 already online for Team 1. We have a Duke. We have another Duke online. We have a Chicken Bot. We have an Oswasher. We have an Air Grid, all nice and being expanded. Pretty much it's Oblee with some assistance out from his teammates. He's pretty much leading the charge. Fast Fat Farms going down. We have another chicken in the middle, again with a Megalith and a Monkey Lord. Again, another one of these combined tech pushes. These T4 giant construction machines of death and fire and plasma and spiderness. Looks like there's some assault going on in chat between 2 of the players on Team 1. Lots of idle build power. Just the dead players on Team 1 trying to help out their allies. Again, APM is somewhat taxing at times, and you can only manage so much, and having someone say, hey, you should focus on this, hey, you're forgetting about this, is helpful. It might get annoying at times, but it's better than no help. So And again, more salt going down in chat. That tactical nuke landing, taking out some auxiliary units as well as dealing damage to that chicken bot. We have more and more experimentals have died on this front. 34,000, 20,000, 20,000, 13,000, just so many experimentals going down. And the reclaim game on Obli is on point, going for all of that juicy reclaim. And again, it looks like he might be leading the charge for reclaim. Yep, 207,000 mass reclaimed by him this game. That's a lot. Another Oswasher overhead coming in. Gonna take out all this defensive build power for Team 2. Ooh, all of those engineers go down. Direct hit on that megalith. Lots of hit points being shedded. Shed. We have a flanking maneuver out from Team 2 from the green player of Poseidon, looking to catch this Monkey Lord and chicken off guard. Lots and lots of Percivals fighting lots and lots of bricks. The old rivals. Slow moving bricks. Slow firing Percivals. They are definitely a match made in heaven if you use them together. And that Asswatcher goes overhead, takes out a huge portion of that land army, and then just immediately get shot down. But the mass from that wreck is going to land pretty much comfortably in Team 1's hands, and the A6 get brutally murdered for their efforts to take out that experimental bomber. Again, Team 2 is definitely on the back foot in terms of air. And on land, I mean, they're slowly operating on less and less of the map. And if they could get the reclaim on point, they'd have a lot of mass. But Team 1 is just doing a better job of doing it. They also are generating more mass. I mean, they're up almost 300,000 mass. That's a lot of mass to be behind. Just a lot. Artillery from his Fat Boy as well as some Team 3. Mobile artillery also helping out for the defense. Just getting these demolishers are being demolished, as well as more demolishers gonna also be demolished. Unfortunate for them. They are being destroyed by their namesake. We have an artillery under construction for Team 2. We don't have a nuke anywhere that I can see. We have nuke defense. We don't have any nukes. We don't have any game enders or any plan of attack. We have another. That's very far forward. It's almost done, but it's very far forward. I would have put it back in the main base. A couple experimentals come online down that lane, and it's dead. Chicken bot here, almost to the main base of Corbin, coming in, trying to go in around the side instead of through the front gates. These megalith and monkey lords out of position. It's going to head force into a bunch of Rascoms, dealing some economic damage. But that might just be a mass dump from the orange player of Obli. And I mean, yeah, going to do some damage to that megalith, but it's not going to kill it. Maybe the Ion Storm will do a decent amount of damage, but it's not going to kill anything unless the Monkey Lord just sits there. But and like I said, its range, it does move a little bit as well, so it won't just stay in position. More guys, we have some T3 PD creep going down these Ravagers from these engineers trying to just keep Team 2 boxed in. Again, artillery raining from the sky. Yes, the ability nuke does not do a whole lot of damage, but it can take out a decent amount of land armor, so never underestimate it. Does more and more artillery shelling down against those experimentals. That T3 already does come online, however, all of these bricks are going to say, no, that does not stay online. Sorry, that's not going to work. Shields go down. Billy Nuke inbound to help assist, but I think it's too little, too late. These bricks should keep pressing in. They have a chance to take out that artillery. All of those engines go down. The shield comes back online. Artillery still firing. Shields constantly being produced. That front line of bricks goes down. There's Percivals there over there in the corner. 2 chicken bots are on the way. The shields are down once again. Rascom's taking hits for that Artie. And this northern side just needs more and more defenses, shields, just anything and everything to throw at the enemy. Now that artillery is still being shielded by those Rascons, them being primaried over the artillery, and it does go down to some arty fire from the other side of the map, and these two chickens will help mock up the main defenses here on the north. This is going to be very hard for Team 2 to brush up. One of them is almost dead though, so they have that going for them. Two chickens moving in, constantly pressuring Team 2. Ion Storm is definitely going to hurt the forces of Team 1. That chicken bot saying, "Oh look, that's a fat boy. That's a good target for them to go after." Taking out perimeter monitoring stations, taking out SAMs, taking out defenses, anything and everything you can get its mini hands on. Some bricks, the brick wall up there behind. They should be in front of the chicken bot. But, you know, it is two different players microing these units here, so it is kind of hard to coordinate at times. Chicken bot going in, taking out shields, going for Rascom kills. They could take out that gateway as well. Gets two Rascoms with that explosion. Almost gets a third. That slow explosion does fire off. Tries to go for the Calm of Wasp. Does miss. Billy Nuke's just being used to just stave off any and all invasion into the rest of their territory. And Team 1, looks like it's going to be favoring that team. They have a lot of the map control. They haven't been attacked on their front. We have a huge wing of strat bombers going down, some of them impacting the little hill there. This Monkey Lord, way out of position, way out in front, is just going to get wrecked for its efforts. We have another Billy Nuke against a huge swath of these Percivals. The Percivals bank away around this other edge, and some of these bricks are going to go down. Takes out, I'd say, about close to a dozen. Corbin control case. I think that was a regular. Yeah, he says GG, decides just to dip out. Or he just got shot by artillery. Most likely probably artillery. And then Striker says no! Again, some salt going down in the comments. Also fun to watch. Looks like the Calm of Poseidon decides to control K. He was under shield coverage. Doesn't look like... Yeah, all the structures are intact. He says, nah, I'm good, fam. See ya. And it looks like the team of Wasp 22 evacs from the game, seeing it's not untenable, and decides to say, yeah, I'm good, see ya, bye. And that is the game. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I greatly appreciate it. Again, thank you so much for all of the support, the comments, the likes, everything. The Team 2 could have come back had they been better on the reclaim and funneling that into either defenses or artillery. But just the overwhelming presence from one player, from Obley, just crushing Team 2 just anywhere and everywhere on both sides. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.